tuning in to this exact same moment, time, and place. As you can see, Angel Air is here on this beautiful, beautiful day. We've got the beautiful sun, we've got the beautiful lake that's behind us, and I have a most gorgeous, beautiful guest that's next to me. Her beautiful name is Janet, and Janet is here on our show today. Thank you so much for coming on Angel Air. Thank you for being here.
I am honored, very much.
Oh, we've been long awaiting this visit today.
Yes, we have.
So, you know, the universe always happens and puts things right in the divine timing that they're supposed to be. So to be here sitting with you today and being able to enjoy your energy is such a gift to us all.
Thank you.
Thank you. So today on Angel Air, Janet is going to discuss with us about her story. She is an author and she is such an inspiration to the spiritual community and would like to share her knowledge and wisdom with us today on how she got to where she is today and a little bit about her book and how she got motivated to write it and her inspiration that's behind it, which I'm just dying to hear about because
Yes.
I know there's so many listeners and viewers that are out there listening right now that would love to know more about you and what you do, Janet. So I'm going to go ahead and hand the floor over to you and let us in on your beautiful life and how you became here today. Tell us the story.
Okay. Oh, that sounds what an intro. This is just great. Where do I begin? As a little girl, I was very shy. I didn't have many friends. And that led me on a journey to find out who and what I believed in about myself. And along that way, there were lots of peaks and valleys and a lot of different tests, I think I'm going to call them, that helped me realize that who I thought I was really wasn't true at all.
Ooh.
And my parents and all the wonderful angelic beings that came into my existence at that time gave me the best as what they thought to be true. And as a little child, you go, okay, that sounds right. I think I'll do that. Okay, Mom, I love you. And they totally love me, and so did everybody else. People have different ways of showing love. Mm-hmm. And depending where we are in life, the way that we kind of believe that and understand that really embodies who we think we are and how we live on our journey. So after getting through school, and I'm going to speed this just a little bit because there's so much I could say, but
Sure.
being quite a miserable young child and young adolescent and even young teenager, I kept having wonderful experiences at that time teaching me to look at things differently, but I wasn't ready. Sometimes we're not ready.
No, that's true.
Many times, as we hear, history repeats itself. Oh, is that true? So history had to repeat itself many times in ways that were nice and ways that at that time didn't feel so nice. I remember doing a tremendous amount of crying. And I think crying is really a great way of healing. I didn't realize it back then, but you do what you feel guided to do at the time, so that's what I did. And after getting through school and getting early married and having children young and living the life, the paradise that I think that we all believe we live on some level, we go through the motions. It's like being on just quick, everything happens. Get the cars, get the kids, get married, make the money, get the job, go home, buy the house. There's just so many things that we do that are necessary to do, certainly to live in life, but we do it so quickly that we lose sight of that quiet time with ourselves. I wasn't able to be quiet with myself for so long.
Wow.
I didn't know how.
Yes.
No one ever showed me. I don't know that anybody really shows you how to be still with yourself. It's something you learn, hopefully, on your path. So when enough things happen, there's a turning point. And that was the turning point at age 46. I'm now 55, happily.
Fabulous.
I am a 55 young goddess.
Yes, you are. Amen.
And I believe it finally. Anyway, so at age 46, a culmination of all of my life to that point came crashing in my sleep, actually, a couple of times. And I talk a little bit about this in my new book, My Eyes Are Open, where I just was very unsettled, very upset, waking up in the middle of the night, almost like someone saying, wake up, wake up. And I thought, but I am already awake. What's this about? Oh, I must be sick. So I go down the typical path of saying, maybe I should see the doctor. You know, the things that we typically think feel right.
Yes.
So I went to the doctor and said, clean bill of health, everything is fine. And I went down a couple of other paths and I kept getting no answers. Then I went back into my typical routine, go to work, get the kids, make money, pay the job, whatever it is you need to do to make you manage in life. And these experiences happened about 3 times. Finally, on the last one, I was soaked, I was sweating, and I realized, okay, this is something I really need to visit. So I just stepped away from the bed and I just sat quietly with myself, which, by the way, I didn't do my whole life. So this was really stepping out of the box for me. So I sat quietly, and a voice came to me and said, "You're miserable. You can't keep living your life this way." So it's okay. I came to a point that I needed to visit. Why was I miserable? I had a nice family, beautiful children, nice family. Everything seemed so right to me, but something inside was really wrong. And I couldn't put my finger on it.
Wow.
Couldn't put my finger on it. So I went online. What do we do today? Google. We go online. What is
Your
it?
best friend.
Why do I feel the way I do? Why do I feel the way I do? So I'd go on different websites, and this pattern of searching and wanting to know, there's a reason I'm not happy. And I've always been kind of a mover and shaker in life, but I wanted answers. And I wanted them quickly. I thought, this is 46 years I've been feeling this way. Something needs to change. So I went on this ravenous journey. I felt that if you're thirsty, you drink. If you're hungry, you eat.
Well, I like that.
Well, it's in the book. I just knew that I had to find answers. And I knew there was more to life. I didn't exactly know where and why or even how I was going to get started. I just followed my heart. Just followed my heart. So I went from website to website, online to online. I even traveled, a girl who didn't like traveling alone, mind you. I got on planes to see gurus talk about peace and loving yourself and finances. And I did whatever it took to find my answers that would settle and feel peaceful inside of me. I didn't have the money. I found a way. I found a way.
Oh, God bless.
So I did what I needed to do. And finally, I felt like things were clearing away. I would say you almost have to fall apart or everything needs to collapse. And sometimes that might be difficult to listen to, but it's just so important because then you get the chance and you get the ability to put things back together the way you want, the way that resonates with you and nobody else. And when you're on that path, oh my God, it just feels so much happier. So I took a variety of different steps, from meditation to yoga to visiting people, like I said, around the world, and many times just going places in my head. Places that were always there for free that I didn't realize even existed.
Oh my goodness.
Whether it's in the forest, or I love water, and I always saw pictures of waterfalls. So I sat down quietly, even if it's just for 5 minutes, it makes all the difference in the world. And I sat, and I would have beautiful visions of myself and things like that by the water, and hearing voices, beautiful voices telling me that I was beautiful. Because for so long, I didn't think I was beautiful. Actually, I thought I was ugly.
Oh my goodness.
And
look how you bloomed. I mean, it was already there. It's just the unveiling. Oh,
totally,
wow.
totally. Unveiling is a perfect word. And allowing, because I think the universe has so much to bring forth to you, but sometimes it takes a certain place and a certain embodying of knowing you're worthy, you're deserving, you love yourself enough to allow it to happen, whatever it is.
I say that all the time. Thank you. I love that. It's like the self-acceptance, when you accept and love yourself, it's like you then begin to just expand and grow so much inside and out.
Yes.
And then we can allow the universe to come in and provide for us what it's always wanted to, but we just need to know we're worthy of it, always.
Oh, God, it's so you. When you honor yourself, you honor the very magnificence. You're a magnificent child of the universe. And it was about time I started to recognize that, not in a sad way or an angry way, but a way that was so full of joy and light. I felt like I was shining.
Oh.
It's a wonderful feeling to feel that, but that's something that's already within us. The spark is already in us, right? Might be like this, and when you're ready, it becomes like this. And you feel just wonderful about it. But it is a journey, and everybody's journey is different. And for some, it may take longer. For some, earlier. It really doesn't matter about it. It's what you choose to understand and believe and what feels right to you. And that's what sparked me to really write the book. Age 46, China kind of fell apart, but it was the best blessing, really. that I
It's a
could have ever
blessing in
had.
disguise, you know. I like how you said too that sometimes you really have to break it down and fall down so you can pick up your own pieces and place them to how you feel resonates the best with your heart and your soul, you know. I really believe in that. It's like sometimes you don't even know what you have in front of you, like they said, until it's gone. But then when you
Yes.
have nothing, it's like you build your own canvas.
Yes.
And you bring as much color and life and love that you want into it. And then people take a look at it, they're like, wow, that is beautiful. That is potent. That is filled with love and kindness and
So true.
compassion. And it's for yourself. And then it exudes and leads to others. So it's just awesome.
It is amazing to feel happy. Like I feel happy all the time, and many times there's no reason. I believe that's our just divine nature and natural state of being. And to be in this place feels really good. And that doesn't mean I'm walking around, certainly, I'm realistic that things happen, certainly. But I also know that having a perspective that just feels good and sees things through a different light, really, it changes everything.
Oh my gosh.
It really does.
Thank you for sharing that. That was so incredibly beautiful and paints a picture for all of us that are tuning in and listening right now. So thank you, Janet, for that. And I would like to go a step further with you. You know, you've explained to us with, you know, your compassion of your journey, how you got to where you are today, and in writing your book, what took you, what were the steps that you had to take to get to your book? I mean, how did you put the chapters together? How did you keep the motivation going? Because, you know, those that are inspiring to allow themselves to be vulnerable enough to share their story and their journey and write their own books and be authors that are inspirations to all of us. You know, what were the steps that you took? What were the actions that were needed? And, you know, how long did it take you to put this piece together?
Yes. Oh, those are all wonderful questions.
Yay.
Okay. All right. Well, what started me to write the book was the fact that the collapse and then the rebuilding of myself. So I got a composition notebook, nothing fancy, and I would write a chapter whenever the Spirit moved me. It wasn't a continual process, though I will say everything that's in that book hasn't been in my mind for a very long time, but being able to commit it to paper is so different. You're very vulnerable out there, but I really feel, and this is how I feel now, truly, God's got your back. I really feel that you're really covered no matter what it is you're going to do, and you can't do anything wrong. If there's something that doesn't work, you shift, and there's a lesson to be learned. There's really a blessing in everything. So I wrote each chapter over, I'm going to say maybe 3 months, but that book, it really encompasses little anecdotal things that happened during the way. So my steps were to get that book, write in it as whenever the Spirit moved me, and I'd write my chapter, and I felt very inspired. I cried tremendously writing that book.
That's healing then.
Oh, and I laughed. Oh my God, I laughed so much also. It was it's almost like a Jekyll and a Hyde. I was happy, and then sad. But I also believe when you're speaking from your heart, you're going to have those range of emotions. And if you want to share that with the world, we're human beings, and we all have emotions. And it's so important to honor them completely. Love being angry. It's a part of who you are. Love being upset, happy, whatever it may be, just love it. That inner innocence so wants to be loved, and it's waiting there for you, like a little child. I worked with children for 34 years.
Which I love. I just have to
I love
interject.
kids. I love
Everybody
kids.
who watches my show knows how much I love the children. So,
I absolutely love the
and as
children.
much as we've talked on the phone and have allowed our tears of healing and love and
Yes.
compassion to come out for them, I just have to say thank you for
Oh
all
my
the love
God.
and light that you've given them during
Oh
your
my
journey
God.
and your path. So
Such purity.
I had to get that in there.
Yes, I love children, everything about them. I mean, I believe we're all children too, right here on sharing this beautiful planet. But in the different trials and tribulations of working with children, and many of the families can be difficult, it can be disheartening, but it can shed such a light on what you start to realize about yourself and about everybody else you come in contact with. I don't look at anyone the same. Not that I mean, I'm a pretty happy person, but when you're seeing dysfunctional families and you're walking the walk, wow, it really sets the foundation for how you feel about yourself and about everybody else you touch in your life. You know, so it really gives you a great perspective, and it just allows me to give more love. I'm all about love. And just giving love and helping people realize they are so magnificent. That was a long journey for me to come to realize that I'm magnificent and I have gifts to offer. And so do you. You just find the way to bring them to the surface. But it really takes being quiet with yourself, even if it's just 2 minutes. This is a beautiful park. I come here fairly frequently. It is just wonderful. And on the days that I can't, I find ways in my own home to bring this space to me, because this is all about peace and tranquility, and it already exists within us. It's whether you choose to find it, or willing to take the path to find it.
Oh, that's so beautiful and heartwarming. And when she says she's full of love, I can literally feel it exerting from her body and from her aura from here. So it's just beautiful to see you in this light today and being able to share everything about you and to express your knowledge and what you've learned and with your wisdom to everybody else, you know, and how to inspire them and let them know it's okay, you know, to let yourself out. And I find it truly remarkable and interesting with your story when you said, you know, for so long you just kept the hustle and the bustle of everything.
Yes.
And sometimes we just get so caught up in life that, and it's happened to me too, I'm just guilty as charged with it in a loving way for myself.
Yeah.
But we get so caught up in that when we actually have a moment to sit with ourselves, for the first time when we truly sit with ourselves, it's uncomfortable.
Oh my God, yes.
It's like this itch and you just want to stop it and you have to sit there and like reflect with yourself, and sometimes you just want to get up and run away, but you have to sit with yourself and say, okay, just breathe, you know.
Breathing's wonderful. Wonderful
Allow
way.
yourself to breathe and allow Spirit to help you and guide you along the
Absolutely.
way. So now, with your book, Sweetheart, you know, is there any, you know, inspiration, any extra inspiration you can give those who are just starting out, like any words of wisdom that you would advise them to? Because I know sometimes when we have something that we really want to do in life and we don't really know how to get the ball rolling and how to get it started, so, you know, we can actually create the product and finish it.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And keep the motivation going, because I know even for myself, I'm going to be working on my book too, that I know that there's going to be spurts and moments where I'm going to wake up and things are going to be channeled and it's going to flow, but then there might be weeks where, you know, there's nothing. And sometimes that's just to reflect and prepare for the next piece or the next part that's allowing itself to come in for me. So, you know, I think one of the things I would mention would maybe be patience. Have patience with yourself, not judge yourself, because sometimes there's all that pressure to get it done. But one of the things I've learned is that if we allow the patience to come in, it allows us to really enjoy and savor each moment of the trip.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree with that more. Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything that you would care to share for those who are just, you know, starting out, or those that are inspiring.
Yes, yes. First and foremost, Wayne Dyer used to say, don't die with the music in you. I always say, don't die with the words in you. Don't die with the expression in you. You are here to be fully realized, and whatever it is you have to say is important. It doesn't matter what the world thinks. Right now, it matters what you think and how you feel about yourself. So in putting a book together, I would write when I had said the Spirit moves you. It wasn't a continuous things, because life happens. Other things happen. And if I didn't feel moved or in that place where I could feel quiet to write, I didn't. And it was okay. It'll come together the way it's supposed to be. Everything's synchronistic. So just taking your time to pull it together is wonderful, and connecting with yourself. Maybe taking that walk in the park. Before I write chapters, sometimes I'll take a walk in the park like this.
It helps.
It does. Or playing, you know, that Kenny G. I love music.
I was brought up on Kenny G as a baby.
Yes, I know, sister.
No, sorry. I loved it.
Makes
because
perfect
it was
sense.
relaxing, you
And
know?
I was playing. I play it all the time. It's one way to bring me to that space. Meditation is great too, and yoga and Tai Chi and exercise. You'll find the thing that works with you, because when you do, you'll feel so enlightened. Say, oh, what am I going to do next? You're not even going to think about procrastination. You're going to think, oh, what am I going to do next? Because I always found it so exciting to write the next chapter. Oh, what am I going to say? Of course, I had tissue box in hand as I needed to. Just cried through a box, whatever it was. But you'll do it. Trust yourself. Trust that you can do it. And have the patience and the knowledge, and honor yourself in the things you have to say.
And follow your truth with that too. You
Absolutely.
know, don't sway from what your heart tells you to write or what your heart's saying to you. You know, allow that, even if it's something that feels uncomfortable for the moment. Allow yourself to just digest it and let it sink in.
And love the uncomfortableness of it.
Yeah.
That's your essence coming out, saying, I don't know if I can do it. And you say, I love you even though you can't do it. You'll help bring it to the surface, and it'll move on. It's all baby steps.
Baby steps. That's how you do it.
Yes.
Well, now, love, you also do public speaking too. So
Yes, I
now
do.
you've just grown and branched yourself and
Yes, I
travel.
have.
And look at you. You used to be in that little box, and now it's all
Pretty much. Used to be like this. Now it's like this.
No, and it's so vibrant and energetic, and I love it. And talk a little bit about public speaking too, how that's helping to broaden your horizon and the confidence that's given to that. Like, you're standing behind your word, you're standing behind your truth, you're allowing other people in and feeling what you've gone through, and you know how you live each day now that your life has changed and it's evolved and you've grown in so many different ways. So share with us that too.
Okay.
We're getting it all out today.
Public speaking is a blast to me. I had an inner actress in me for 2-3 years, so I love being on stage. But this is a different kind of stage. This is the stage of life, and I'm committed, and I take it very seriously. I have such a love. When you fall in love with yourself, you just want to really get out there, and not just say, I love myself, but I love you too, and I want you to love you too. That's just so important to me. So public speaking is about, and I look in everyone's eyes, which I think is just great. I connect, you know, your eyes are the soul, the window to the soul. So I connect with everyone in the audience when I'm speaking. And it's not that I think I know it all, because certainly I don't, but I know enough that feels right to me, makes me feel good. And my whole mission really is to embody others, and I might get a little weepy about this, to love themselves, to honor their magnificence, and to know that they can do it. This is a limitless universe. Believe in yourself. Baby steps. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Martin Luther King always said it. One step at a time, and you'll get where you need to be in the right divine timing. Trust that.
That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love it even more. Words are magical.
It feels good. Just I'm crying about it because I'm so passionate. Passion is just what drives me in so many things in life, but really about helping others and helping them to see they're magnificent, because we're all on this same fun ride. It's a roller coaster. Times it's up, times it's down. But really, it's meant to be just beautiful. Everything is a blessing.
That's wonderful, love. And sweetheart, now do you have, if I can kind of poke a little bit, are there any future books in the works at all?
Actually, I'm in the middle.
Because they said for me to ask you the angels, I'm like, I have to poke her.
Actually, there's a trilogy in the making.
Okay, fantastic.
My Eyes Are Open is the first one. The second one is My Heart Is Open, and the other one is My Soul Is Open.
Oh, I love that, how you did that sequence there.
Yes. It feels really good. Feels good. So yes, I'm in process. I'm on the 4th chapter of the 2nd book.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm
That's
excited about it.
Good for you. It's so wonderful that, you know, you're here and just able to share all of this today with us. And, you know, I know that you do your speakings and, you know, you have your book out. For those that are tuning in right now, can you share with us, you know, if you have any upcoming engagements or anything that might be in the works over the next few months, or any way that they can contact you, like your email, telephone number, any kind of media, website, anything like that you care to share?
Oh, sure.
I want people to get a hold of you any way possible. They have any questions, they want to connect with you because you're such a joy. So
Okay, well, my website is presently under construction because as everything else fell apart, so did the old website. So it's in process, just taking pictures and things like that. It'll be recreateyourlife.com eventually, but I can be reached at jcd45@comcast.net. I'm also going to be speaking at Pebble Hill Church right around Valentine's Day. That's located in Furlong, Pennsylvania. And I'm talking about, what else? Amor. I'll be talking about love.
That's perfect for that month.
So I'm very, very excited about that. I have other things brewing. Nothing is set in stone yet, but if you know me, I can tell you probably within the next 3 weeks I'll have 3 speaking engagements, just because.
Yeah.
That's the way it lines up.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you, my love, so much for being on Angel Air today and allowing us to come into your heart and your soul and your spirit and into your eyes of the window of the soul, and sharing with us all of your knowledge, all of your wisdom, all of your hope for others and also for yourself, and the healing that took place during your journey, and all the beauty that has unfolded and will continue to unfold for you.
It's exciting.
So thank you so much for being with us today,
Thank
sweetheart.
you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you all for tuning in to Angel Air. May you be beautiful, may you be blessed, and may you be joyous. Thank you. Blessings.